I think it definitely was that kind of element of no pressure on things. I think I definitely started playing around the like teeny age. So that was when like GCSEs and all of those serious things started kicking in for school. So it was nice to kind of have something else that was like pressure free, low stakes, that you could just make all the mistakes and no real repercussions happened. So I really liked that. But then also I liked how much you could change the reality like you were living in. So that was like the real gameplay for me, was like finding new people on there and not having the pressure of like, this is my friend. Some of these people were strangers as well, so in ways it was like, but it was really quite nice to have those moments where you played live and met new people. And even though yes, the Simlish bubbles popped up, you didn't really know what they were saying. Like you could kind of get a gist of who was behind the screen and like how they were playing based on like what the sim was doing. And I quite liked seeing how like chaotically other people were playing, or how like, wow, people were really taking this seriously. And like I feel like I had quite a chaotic player, but I think it was quite nice to see how like this person had been working a job, had children, and like there's me with my like half burnt down house and a pool, and that I was happy with that. So it was just really nice to see the like comparisons between how everyone chose to play. And I would, yeah, definitely night owl it on a day that I was maybe meant to be like revising at the same time, and be like simsing on half a screen and like sticky noting on the other side. So I think it was definitely like a healthy distraction that allowed me to kind of balance the high pressure parts of what school was at the time. So yeah, that for me was definitely important. What about you, Shauna?
Firstly, like I'm not a live gameplay kind of person, so I'm like, wow, like playing with others is like a whole nother thing. There's plenty of games that I play that like you can do that, and I never do. I'm like, I'm not interested in what other people do. And so hearing what you're saying, I'm like, oh, maybe I'll try it, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think similar things to what you guys were saying. For me, what I got really stuck in, like I'm like Viv, like if there was not someone in the house saying to me, come eat, or or like enough of that, like get off the computer, or it actually starting to cause an argument because maybe one of us were on it too long and we weren't really like sharing properly. um it I would be stuck on it for hours, and it would be one of those things where it'd be like, okay, you're going to bed and you're literally waking up and going right back to the game like hook. And as well, like at the time that I started playing it, which was in 2000s, I was quite young, so there wasn't that much else to kind of like, there was no stress or like other things. But as I got older, and especially like then going into secondary school, because I started in primary school, so, and then going into secondary school, it's like that you have different priorities, and so you end up going into the cycles that we were talking about before. But for me, it's like, I love that I could just be like controlling things, and I can be like, okay, you're going to do this now and this is what you need to do. And I think in comparison to my life, and just to kind of note as well, we're all late diagnosed. So at the time of gameplay, we weren't aware of our neurodivergence. But now when I'm like reflecting back on how I used to play and why I used to like it, it's actually really clear that there was some things that matched my life and some things that I replicated in a way that I was like, I wish I had that in my life.
ADHD Babes, the podcast, every 2 weeks on Wednesdays.